Hey CJ, let's waste time by watching old people walk to the shops.
Uh, no, we have a podcast to do.
Oh, okay.
So, Ty,
Yeah?
Star Wars.
Yeah, I've watched it twice already.
Oh my god. Okay.
Once the midnight premiere, it was good. Loved it. There's a little lightsaber battle. No, not in the film. I just realised it sounded like it was in the film. I mean, there actually wasn't a lightsaber battle in the film. Spoilers. Sorry. But it was before the film. It was like two fat guys in sort of cloaks came out and they were just...
This is the interesting thing about the Star Wars franchise. It isn't always the movies that get me off guard. It's the fan base. It's mental.
The fan base is huge. It wasn't as huge maybe in 2005 for reasons.
very, very understandable reasons, but I mean, something that started like 50 odd years ago that's kept up so well, and now we're getting new movies.
Was it 50 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
It's pretty mental. So, my dad, talking about, I remember when the third Star Wars came out, like, the sixth.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. He's going, I remember when it came out and went and saw it, I was only little, wow, how old are these movies? Jeez. And this is when, Force Awakens came out, and I hadn't seen any of the Star Wars movies, and,
Yeah, that was a bit of contestation between you and someone else in our friend group, to say the least.
Yes. It became quite a dilemma. I almost lost a friend over that. I was educated. And
rightfully so.
I went and saw Force Awakens the night it came out on a complete whim. I remember sitting at my house and one of my friends going, "Hey, do you want to go see Star Wars?" I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. And then half of us realized, hey, this is legitimately a thing we can do. And then 3 minutes later, we're all sitting in the cinema with our tickets and popcorn watching the new Star Wars movie, and I knew nothing about it except, there's a Millennium Falcon and there's some droids that are pretty cute. And Han Solo's pretty awesome. That's all I knew. And I fell in love with it. It was amazing. Like, my mind was blown. I was crying and laughing, and there's all these like mega nerds in the in the cinema who are like screaming as soon as the Millennium Falcon shows up. Like, it was like absolutely mental, and I got so into it, and I educated myself in the original 3.
That's incredible.
And I love it, and I can't wait to go see Rogue One. It sounds amazing.
Oh, I don't think it's the best, but it is very good. It's okay. I'm a bit biased maybe because I saw it in the midnight premiere, which is how I ended up in that is very similar to the story of how you ended up watching it at like 9:15 or something.
Yeah, it was mental.
Yeah, so halfway through the day, Benji's like, yeah, I'm so excited to go see the Rogue One premiere, and I was like, oh yeah, it would be cool. And then I look at my bank account, there's like a surplus of money there. I'm not going to say how much. And I'm like, you know what? I finished work at 11. I think I can make it to the cinema for 12. I just need to buy the tickets online, get Benji to collect them, and then I can be there. See, the issue was I was late and I just worked, and the train station wasn't as close to the cinemas as I thought it was, so I ended up running 3 kilometers in 20 minutes, which for a guy that's unfit.
This is what I'm talking about. Star Wars fans. Honestly.
I love it.
Only time you'll see nerds running. Like, I know it's a stereotype, but let's be honest.
Do I fit the stereotype of a nerd?
No, but like, just, that any Star Wars fan would do that.
Yeah.
If they had midnight premiere tickets to Star Wars, the
Oh,
new
yeah.
Star Wars movie, and they were 3 k's away from the train, you know that they would run.
Yep.
I mean, without a pod racer, how else are you going to go that fast?
Now
Alright,
this
so I
is
think
pod
we-
racing.
No. I think we'll leave Rogue One out of this conversation, but
Yeah, to avoid
Um,
spoilers.
1 through 7, so the prequels and the originals. Obviously, we know which of those is better than others, but just again, it is mental how something that was created almost, I think it's over 50 years ago, is still as huge as it is. I mean, when it came out, it would have been just mind-boggling.
Yeah,
you
especially
watch,
with the visual effects at that time. Like, holy crap.
You watch New Hope, and you're like, oh my god, this looks terrible. And then you sit back and you watch it from someone who, you know, at the time period, that was so new, and like lightsabers, what the hell?
You put your 80s goggles on, you're like...
Yeah. and it was crazy, like the scale of the ships and the, you know, the universe felt so big for the first time on screen, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then you move to something today and it's still amazing people, like Force Awakens. I was like, how the hell did they do those effects? How?
CGI.
Yeah, but, I mean,
It's amazing. I don't know how it's done either. I can do basic visual art, and that's about it.
yeah, I mean, just even the costumes in those movies, like the amount of detail that goes into something
Oh yeah.
that is worn. I mean, even the lightsabers are so like detailed. Kylo Ren's lightsaber is my favorite.
Ah,
There's no way.
it's so good. It makes no sense, but it's so good. And I'm
watched it
gonna
with,
get hate for that, but yeah.
I watched it with Jazzy the other day because she hadn't seen it, and she just went, "Why is it like got bits?" And I was like, don't question it. It's amazing.
They're exhaust ports, okay? They're exhaust
But
ports.
they're meant there for a reason. We just it's not revealed yet.
Yeah.
No,
It's so we can look more evil.
You spot the villain.
It's I'll give you a hint. It's the guy wearing black with the red lightsaber.
And he's got a mask on. Star Wars do that well. Another thing that Star Wars does really well is moments. Like those particular moments that flow. One of my favorites, and I hope no one who's listening to this, like, you know, hasn't watched it at all and doesn't know what I'm talking about at all, but the bit in The Force Awakens where they've just gotten into the Millennium Falcon and they're trying to get away from the sort of bad guys in that scene, and they're flying around Jakku, and that moment where the gun gets locked forward and Finn's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And Rey takes her under her wing, stops the Millennium Falcon mid-air, and it flips. And the music, like, you know, stops, and it's like, da-da-da, and then completely silent, and then it flips. And Finn shoots them, and then they fly off. It's the most amazing thing. Like your heart stops for like 2 seconds, you're like, what's gonna happen? Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, there's no disagreement from me on that.
I freaked out. Honestly. Having never seen a Star Wars movie, I'm like, how the hell am I so into this?
Well, you do love Disney, you know.
I do love Disney. Disney aside, it was incredible. I won't go any further into the movie for spoilers, but like there are moments like when I was watching it.
It's been out for a year now.
I know. Isn't like the rule with spoilers like 2 years or something, and then it's like no one cares anymore.
Some people say 15, but I'm just like, no.
No, those people are pedantic.
Please,
They should just
bugger
get
off.
times. If you haven't watched something for 15 years, and you're still going to expect people to be quiet about it, just don't be their friend, okay?
It's like, I feel like it's not really a set time. It's like when the hype train sort of stops. Like,
Yeah.
we've settled down. And I think if the next one in a series, I know it's not really a series because Rogue One is like another prequel in a way, It's a prequel offshoot, and if that doesn't say, like, if that doesn't give off warning signs, I don't know what is wrong with you. Like, that is like, no, this movie's just gonna be crap. But it was amazing. Okay. Anyways.
When you hear Star Wars and prequels, you kind of shudder a little bit inside, and you're like, oh no,
it's even...
what are they doing?
See, contrary to that though, with Star Wars, when you hear offshoots or like sub-series, a little light comes up in your heart because they're always so good, except for.
Then again, nothing is canon now.
Yeah.
Nothing is canon now.
Thanks, Disney.
Thank you. I mean, I love you, but seriously, I mean, some of them are ridiculous. Like, you know, Chewbacca, he died because he punched a moon or something. I don't even know. Like.
What?
Do you remember that, the little spin-offy thing? And it was like, you know, sort of based around Chewbacca
punching a moon.
Han. He punched a moon and he died, and like, because he was saving some sort of planet, and their moon was getting too close or whatever. And I'm pretty sure he just punched it away, and he died in the process, and that's how Chewbacca died. Like, that was the story. And I was like,
what?
So I was kind of thankful that Disney sort of like erased it and started again, and just let new things happen and new.
It does free it up a bit.
But
makes it more inviting to the general public.
We're gonna miss Chewie's act of bravery.
Yeah.
So.
Rest in peace, Chewie. Papa bless.
Rip.
But there's so many people that just hate 1, 2, and 3. I find it hilarious.
What,
like,
the prequels?
Yeah, not the first 3 released, like episode 1, 2, and 3. And I don't know. I just find it funny. I don't really hate them, but I'm a bit of an asshole, so I like riling people up with that sort of stuff. It's like,
I like hating them. This is not me. I don't. There's not a lot of things that I hate, and I definitely don't hate the prequels. I'm definitely not proud of them. But
neither's George Lucas.
And he shouldn't be. But you know, he tried. Anyway, I like hating the prequels because it is funny. It's funny to go, hey, you know what my favorite bit about Star Wars is?
Anything but the prequels. And
then you just, you know, do a Jar Jar Binks impression.
Oh no!
And everyone cringes. And see, that's the reaction. That's the reaction. You either get hit or everyone just starts laughing.
Jeez. My favorite thing though, in terms of what other people have done, which could be considered canon in the Star Wars universe, is what they did is they took the first 3, not the originals, the prequels. I'm gonna keep referring to them as that, I'm sorry, but yeah, so they took the first 3, they took all the best bits and the bits that actually needed to be in there, and then they just sort of shunted it over to a new movie and added like different soundtracks. Well, not different soundtracks. They took the same soundtracks and same scores, and they put it in different places, and it was actually really well done. Like, there was a few bits from like, there was a bit missing there, but the rest of it was, it's good.
I am actually remembering that I did, as a kid, have a little bit of Star Wars love put in me. Do you remember that TV series, The Clone Wars?
Oh yeah, the one where Anakin had a Padme.
Yes. I know that it's not exactly like proper Star
Wars.
Oh
no, it's fucking Padawan.
As a kid. I loved
Padme's
it.
a character.
It was great.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. I just said Anakin had a Padme.
Yeah, I was gonna pull you up on it, but I was like, you know what? Like,
oh my god. He had a Padawan, and at this point he was like a fully trained Jedi.
He had one Padawan.
Yeah, he had one. He had one. He also had one Padme. But yeah.
Okay, we're just screwing this up a lot right now.
Well, no, he did. He had 2 children with her. They were twins. Do I have to say spoiler alert to that? I don't, you know, whatever.
That was a long time ago.
It was,
okay.
the prequels were spoiled by the originals. Like, it was already a lost cause.
Another thing that Star Wars does, catchphrases.
Oh god, especially Han Solo.
I mean, everybody knows the "I am your father" like line.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that, even if you haven't seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. But you know, from the new movie, you've got Han's "We're home" sort of thing, the Chewie "We're home" when he gets to the Millennium Falcon, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Han!"
Yeah.
Han. Everyone starts crying, and they're like, "Oh my god, yay!"
Wait, Han actually had like a heartfelt moment. What? What?
I like the "Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?" I know it was made into a meme, but it was one of my favorite lines when I watched the movie.
And just simply, traitor.
Traitor. I think the thing that's iconic is in New Hope, Leia's scene where she's captured and she just, sort of frees herself. I know it's not like a catchphrase, but like everyone knows that scene. That scene is so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The "You're my only hope" line.
Oh.
Amazing.
Riveting.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Could listen to it all day. But quite. The thing I really like about the 7th movie is that they could have very easily recast people like Leia and Han to like older people.
Oh yeah.
But they just got the original actors, and that makes me so happy. Like I know Harrison Ford probably
Even Luke.
protested.
Luke was the same
Even
actor.
Luke. How cool was that? I mean, he didn't have a line at all, but he was probably paid like.
Well, I mean, not all acting is in the voice.
that staring contest.
Those eyebrows when you're staring, like those were intense.
The hood flip, the little like one motion, like pulls his hood up and you just like eyebrow glazer. Honestly, I started laughing. Everyone was like, like breath held in, and I was just sitting there laughing. I feel so sorry for everyone in that cinema who just witnessed me laughing for about 10 seconds straight because I couldn't hold it. I was like, this is really serious. Everyone's really into this. I don't fully appreciate it, obviously, but they do realize that they've just got a drone shot of a staring competition, right?
Yeah.
Literally just a staring competition.
I feel like you start to view theatre in a different way when you write scripts. Like, I thought of that in the exact same way you did. Like, like I was sitting there going, they're creating tension by having a staring contest, and everyone in the fucking room is buying it, and I'm loving this.
The first thing you need to know about me, podcast people, is I'm very into theatre. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, this is a really tense moment. I like this. This is good. Like, end of a movie, tense moment. It's going to set up." And then it just went on for way too long.
Yeah,
way too long. And I was like, if you put a line at the very end, it's going to be the most quotable line in history. But no, they kept it silent. And I'm very interested in that. If I had one question for J.J. Abrams, that would be it. Why did you keep it silent?
tension.
I know, but like tension can be like withheld with a line still.
I mean, the whole point of that is like he's stayed silent for that many years, and like now that she's there, he's staying silent again. It's like holy shit.
That means it's a good way of looking at it. I'm still like, why? I don't need a staring contest.
Why though?
I think it also leaves it very open to Rey and Luke's possible connection, fan theories. I am your father all over again. Probably not though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Why would Luke go to Jakku? That's my question.
Why would he? He's got no reason to.
Yeah, it doesn't. Unless he like stopped off there for something, it really doesn't make much sense. And if that's the
he stops off, impregnates someone, leaves.
No, they. Yeah, I mean it's very obvious that Rey's parents were taken.
Yeah.
You see that when she picks up the lightsaber. It's quite obvious, but that doesn't sound like, very very plausible for Luke. So I cast aside that theory instantly.
Yeah. And
But some people seem pretty adamant about it.
I treated the you know, the fan theories about Jin being Ray's mother. I cast aside, like, you know, Jin.
God.
Yeah. There's no way. There's no way. Like,
Probably no. Let's be honest. Think about it. No.
it's not really possible. Like, Ray would be at least 40 by now.
Yeah. No. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So, even before I watched Rogue One, I cast that aside. But something I'd like to mention is, well, at least other people have mentioned it. I was going to raise it as a topic, but how similar Episode 4 is to Episode 7.
I love that, actually. I know a lot of people were so like, oh, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
loved that. I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness, it's like, you know, it just worked. The story worked the first time. The structure. It's not the same story. There are new characters, new backgrounds, new people to learn about. But the structure worked the first time.
Why not do it a second? Exactly.
Yeah. It works.
It was new challenges and new characters and new scenarios put with the same formula, and like you said, if it works, it works. Like, why even try doing something else?
I have 2 questions for you. Who is your favorite character from the Star Wars franchise, not including Rogue One?
I don't know. Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, he's just a really cool character. Like, honestly, I think they really did his character well. People seem to love him, and honestly,
he's actually a Sith Lord. So.
God, that film throwing episode.
Oh no, we're not even going to talk about it. My favorite character is Mars, actually.
Mars.
From the new movie. I really loved her character. Just how, like, confident she is in herself. I love how knowledgeable she is, yet so, like, hospitable. She has this entire place that anyone from any part of the galaxy can come to. And I liked how funny she was. Also, she has some pretty good lines. like where's my boyfriend? I like that Wookiee sort of thing, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on here? But even though the first time I watched it, I was like, that's a bit weird. Now I'm just like, that is a brilliant line. That's brilliant.
But that's just Star Wars. Star Wars can be weird like that. It's fine.
Yes. Also the I don't have a weapon. Yes, you do. Like, you're such an idiot, Finn. Like, you're holding a lightsaber. Like, what are you doing? Like, she sort of thinks the same way the audience does, and she knows the past.
Yeah.
She knows what's happened in the past. She knows the characters in the past, but she's also like, I've seen this happen before. I know. So I like that. My second question is, your favorite droid?
I didn't answer the first question. It was the real answer.
You said Jar Jar Binks. I feel like that was the appropriate answer.
I'm not allowing that to be my actual answer. Okay. My favorite character's Finn. I don't know. I just liked him.
He's brilliant.
He's a jolly guy that's in a bad situation. I feel like I'd act the same way. I'd just be like, what the hell?
The one thing I do like is when Rey, like, chases him down. And BB-8 sort of tases him a little bit. He's like, I've had a bad day. I can explain. Like, please just let me explain. I don't like this.
Yeah.
His logic is very funny to me. His connection with
Poe.
Poe-Dam. Oh boy, I love Poe.
I just beat on my chest because, you know, it feels.
The bros.
The bro. It's bro feels.
The bro Dameron. No, Poe is like my second favorite character ever. He's so awesome. Like, he's like the best fighter in the Resistance flying. And he's so cool.
He's just the coolest guy around.
He's like that Colette.
So hot.
No, but Mars is. Oh, I wasn't gonna go into that.
Yeah, but you know, totally is.
Yes, Oscar Isaacs, I think his name is the actor.
I don't care.
See, I know. I don't care. He's Poe Dameron.
I'll take all of that name. I don't care what the name is.
I actually realised I was a Star Wars fan the other day. We were walking through the shops, I was doing some Christmas shopping, and I saw a little pop vinyl of Poe Dameron, and I literally ran into the shop going, "Oh my god, it's Poe!" And everyone looked at me like I was an idiot. But I was so happy. Like, and I was like, I'm a Star Wars fan. Oh my goodness. I never thought this would happen.
You're a fan of anything you watch and you remotely like, though. Like, it's either you don't like something or you love it. Like, there's nothing stopping you.
That is my nature. I don't think it's bad necessarily. I think I just get very passionate very easily.
Yeah, it's what passion's built on. It's great. It's a good thing. And speaking of good,
but yeah.
do we want to transition into the happy news segment?
Oh, you didn't tell me what your favorite droid was, though.
Oh, my favorite droid. The one in the new movie. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But
okay.
K2SO.
What?
She. It doesn't really matter. They are the best. They are incredible. They like.
Okay.
You think Mars is like sort of the voice of the audience in The Force Awakens? K2SO. K2SO.
Oh man, I'm very excited now. That's made me exceedingly excited. I think mine is BB-8, but it's probably just because it was the first droid. They were the first droid I sort of came to, appreciate. But I definitely appreciate C-3PO's comedic timing, and also R2-D2's just knowledge and want to help.
Yeah.
I enjoy that, but no, BB-8, just his little lighter thumbs up, and his noises are enough for an expression. Like Rey's like, "You're not coming with me," and he's like, "Oh, well, why not? I want to come."
Yeah.
And then when she says she can, and he makes that little like, "Oh my god," it was bows after her. It's the best. It's honestly the best. Anyway, transition. Good news.
Good news time. Woo! I just maxed out my mic.
You go first.
Okay, so
what's the title?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to bring it up. I forgot to bring it up.
I've got mine up. I'm all ready. See?
Okay.
Soon you'll realize, podcast listeners, that I'm the organized one.
Hey, okay, no, I've got it up. I've got it up now. I linked it in chat. Why didn't I just go through there? Okay. So, retired footballer donates 500,000 euros worth of toys to underprivileged kids this Christmas. And then it's Rio Ferdinand. If you don't know who that is, well then neither did I. So cool. But he's a former Manchester United captain.
Okay.
There's nothing more to it than that. He's just donated a bunch of toys to underprivileged kids.
He's just a good guy.
It's just a good story, and it's good.
I think around this time of year, especially this year, how devastating it has been globally. It's hearing stuff like, charities and all that sort of stuff getting all together this Christmas season, holiday season. It's really nice.
Gotta be
it's really
accepting.
nice, especially in a industry like sport, where they get paid way too much for what they do, on a personal opinion.
Yeah, they do get paid a bit much.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice when people who are fortunate enough to have luxury in their lives give to people who don't.
Oh, and even people that don't have extreme luxury, like just people that have what they might consider spare money. Like, there's this one guy, because I work at Toys R Us, so obviously during Christmas time...
Other toy stores are available.
Other toy stores are available, but please go to Toys R Us so I get paid more.
Not #spawn. They are paying him, but not enough. respond.
They pay me enough per hour, but not enough for me to mention them. But a guy comes in with his grandchildren every year, and it's so lovely because he buys $2,000 worth of toys for people in Princess Margaret Hospital.
That's lovely. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's.
Oh man, that makes me so happy.
I was working as well, like in the section that all the toys were kept in. I was working in girls, and that's where the toys were kept at that time. Well, at least the plush, which is what he bought. He bought $2,000 worth of plush, and it was amazing because it took us. Because I got to help him, because he always has to have someone help him, because usually there's not enough on the shelves. So I'm there for 2 hours helping this guy load up. I think it was like 15 trolleys with just toys.
Yes.
And he had to do like round trips, so he had to like once we got the trolleys full, then he'd have to take the trolleys outside. I'd help him unload them into the car, and then he would go off to Princess Margaret Hospital, drop them off, come back, pick up the others. He had to do like 4 trips, I think.
Goodness, that's quite a distance as well. I'm not going to tell you the location of where Tig works, but you live at Toys R Us now, Tig.
It's my house.
But that is quite a distance. It's quite, especially, it's quite a distance.
It's lovely, and he hasn't even lived in Australia that long. Like last year, so now he's been here for 4 years, and every year he's done it. Every single year.
Wow.
The first year he moved here from America, he moved here. He told me, like, because we obviously chatted, because sort of
a time to be helping someone.
Yeah, exactly. And so he came like halfway through the year in, I think it was 2012, and that very year he was buying toys for children stuck in hospital with nothing else to do, and I think that is just the coolest thing that someone can do. It is the best.
It's really, really brilliant, I think. I also feel like you should have gone second, because my story is nowhere near as happy.
Oh, okay. It's just interesting?
Because it was a little bit comical.
Oh, okay. No. Comical, that's a good way to...
Slightly distressing.
Slightly distressing.
Yet comical. Star Wars. So, the title is... A patient at a British hospital got a rude shock when his bedside clock read, quote, "die." I'll read word for word this article. It's about a couple paragraphs. Okay. Doctors at a British hospital were startled when an upset patient told them the clock in his ward had announced that his time was up. Quote, "The clock was telling me to die," end quote, the doctors quoted the patient as saying, as an unusual case report. Quote, "Turning to the wall, we confirmed that the clock did indeed say die." Quote, "We discovered that the radio-controlled clock had reverted to German, and was displaying an abbreviation of Dienstag, meaning Tuesday in German." Spelled D-I-E-N-S-T-A-G.
That's
we
incredible.
quickly rectified this by pressing several buttons to show the English abbreviation TU. Fortunately, it was not the patient's time to die at all.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Just
Honestly,
imagine waking up to that.
You're in a hospital, and you turn around and look at the time, and it says 6:40, and then you're like, oh, what day it is? Die. Interesting. No, that is a legitimate news story. So,
Oh man,
I thought I'd share that.
that's great.
So it's sort of related to the hospital thing, but not as nice.
Yeah. It's hospital themed today. Happy hospitals.
Yes.
Or slightly distressing, comical
happy.
hospitals.
Well, that's my quote unquote happy news story. Everybody.
You know,
you enjoyed.
You've outdone yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. I had multiple, and I chose that one because I thought it was good. All right, what next, Ty? What now?
Well, we've got video games getting easier? Question mark.
Oh boy, do I have things to say?
I have a lot to say, like a shit ton to say. So I'm gonna let you go first. Let you get everything off your chest, and then I will go afterwards and get this landslide off my chest. So you go.
Okay, so question is, are video games getting easier? And I think we're saying video games as a whole, like PC, console,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I agree for the most part. Like, I mostly agree, but then there are games like Dark Souls, and, yeah. They're not exactly the easiest thing. But I think I agree that games themselves are getting easier, because I don't know if you've ever pulled out one of your old CD-ROM games and tried to play it, and then you get past the first level and you're like, holy crap, this is the most difficult game, how did I finish this as a kid? Like, honestly, like, I don't understand how any of us figured out some of the puzzles, some of the levels, some of the strategy in some of those games that we played as a kid.
What can I say? We're smart kids.
We're smart cookies.
Oh yeah.
I think one thing that makes games easier nowadays is the games are a lot shorter. Like, you know, campaigns only go for maybe 7-8 hours. If you're lucky, 12.
Unless you're playing Final Fantasy, then it's like
Yeah, Final
60.
Fantasy games like that, they're pretty massive. But like a main storyline.
Yeah, so like non-RPG, non-linear.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, RPG non-linear. Not yeah. Wait, what am I?
It's okay. It's okay. Don't
You get what I mean. If it's like a very straightforward game, and it's not sort of like you can do amazing things all around the place, and it's not just this main storyline, then yeah, it's going to be a lot longer. But
I mean, then again, you've got games like the god of games, Dishonored.
you put too much faith in that game.
I love it.
I like it too, but not that much.
I know. I am exaggerating, but there are many things you can do. But then again, there is a level each mission, and you can complete them different ways. But in the end, the game is only 10 hours long. And
even less. If you're like me and you rush it, I did in 6 hours.
Then comes the expansion and DLC, and that is another thing that I think is so cruddy about games in a modern day. Like the games when we were kids, and even before we were born, so long, so difficult. You spent hours on them. Arcades, you were there, you know, all the time trying to finish games if you were dedicated.
Depending how much money you had.
Yeah, if you were dedicated to it, then that was what it was. But
yeah.
Now you buy a game. You buy a AAA game, and it goes for maybe 12 hours, maybe 10, and then after you paid for this expensive short game, you then pay for all the DLC and expansions, and that's how you get a longer game. That's how you get a more difficult, more expansive game. And I kind of feel very like taken aback from it. I'm like, I bought the game. I did that.
What more do you want from me?
What do you... Well, they want more money from
yeah,
me.
Exactly. Yeah, they want you to buy...
They want.
So you bought the game, but we want you to buy more of the game. But I thought I just bought the game. No,
yeah,
more of that game.
More of the same game.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit... Like, it's imagine if you were bought Ratchet and Clank for your very first Christmas.
I was. It's pretty damn good.
Oh boy. Yeah, I got a PlayStation 2, pink PlayStation 2, and Ratchet and Clank 1 and 2. Oh boy. But you were given that, and then you got halfway through, and then Al's like, "Hey, if you want these guns, buy another like thing."
I'd get so mad.
Yeah, you would. You'd get so angry because that's not how games supposed to go? You bought the game. You bought the console normally that goes with the game. I mean, for some cases, like, you remember when the Wii came out? You're like, oh, I want to play Wii Sports. And you can play Wii Sports. But if you were cool, you had the tennis racket extension.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, and the golf club, you know?
Oh,
like, I bought the game.
Serious
Why
cool
do I
kid
need to-
material.
You were the coolest. If you went over someone's house and they had tennis rackets, if you went over someone's house and you wanted to play Mario Kart and they pulled out a Mario Kart wheel, oh boy,
Like,
you
damn,
knew they
son.
were serious. You knew that they were in for the game and they were going to play tough. So, oh boy. No. What about you, Ty? What do you think?
So, I have a very strong opinion on this, as I do with a lot of things, but this especially. So, for the most part, I don't think games have gotten easier since the early 2000s. And I like the route that you went down with how they're getting shorter, but I don't really think that... I'm not really caring about that much. It's more sort of how hard each individual level is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what could be mistaken for games getting easier is games getting more accessible, and games getting easier to pick up and play, but harder to master. See, many games such as, like, Overwatch, I know this is a multiplayer game, but
Okay.
I'm not going to go down the line of...
Different barrel of fish.
No.
Going into the...
Yeah, I know
Okay.
multiplayer's different, but, like, so people would argue that because it's got super large hitboxes and stuff like that, that it's getting easier, because, like, originally, like, hitboxes were meant to be shaped to a person and all that kind of stuff, but that's so it can be accessible to new players. But those players aren't going to have any sort of advantage over better players. The better players are still going to beat them easily. It's just these newer players can hit shots easier and feel like they're actually doing something in the game. And I feel like that's the same for many linear and RPG games. To use Dishonored as an example, there's the very easy mode.
It is very easy.
It is incredibly easy. But then on the other scale, you have very hard mode with no powers.
Which is just
It's impossible, pretty much.
impossible.
So, there's
Has
this...
anyone to finish Dishonored 2 no powers very hard yet? Like, I feel like that person needs a lot of money for doing that. Like, they have spent a lot of time.
That person needs a frickin' medal.
That person needs to be rewarded.
So what my main point is here is most games, most people when they go into a game nowadays are thinking, okay, well, I kind of want to test the waters, I want to play in easy, and then because they get sort of suited to that, they play the whole game in easy, and then they're disappointed at the end. They're like, oh, that was too easy. Whereas what they haven't done is they haven't selected a mode other than easy. Like, the easy mode's meant to be very easy. It's meant to be accessible to players that aren't very used to the game. That's the reason for it. Whereas,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to brag at all, but, like, I play hard.
The game, yeah. Play hard to go ahead. That's not necessarily the game itself's fault. That's people.
Yeah, that's the player's fault, and that's the difference, I
Right.
think.
You are right. Like in games, like again, I'm going to mention Ratchet and Clank. There isn't a like difficulty select. You don't get to choose easy mode.
Yeah,
Just the mode.
it's a set difficulty, and people had to deal with it.
How hard the game is.
Yeah.
And I truly think I was better at Ratchet and Clank when I was 8 than I am now. I'm like struggling. I'm like, what did I do here? What did I actually do to complete this level? I get that with a lot of games like that I played. I'm like, oh man, I remember this game. I remember loving it. Like even if it's like a Flash game, I'm like, what did I do?
Even if it's a Flash game.
I know, but I don't know. As a kid, I feel like we were constantly challenged with games. Like there was no level select. There was no varying easier mode.
Yeah.
So we just dealt with it. But now I'm so used to going, oh yeah, I'll just test it out and go on easy.
Well, as a kid, because it was much harder for developers to make differing difficulty scales at that at that time. It was harder for them to do that because the amount of code, the amount of even just media space, like storage that they could use per game, was much smaller than what it is now. So they had to make it the equivalent of today's hard. Not the very hard mode that extremely experienced players do, but the one less than that, the hard mode. So that's why I've always found myself playing that, because I'm drawn to a challenge. Except for in Uncharted 4, I played that on easy with auto aim on because I wanted to play that game like it was a movie. I don't know why. I don't know. I just like playing a movie.
I mean, it upsets me a little bit. Like when I watch my cousin who's now 8, 7. He's getting into Xbox and all that sort of stuff. And it starts off, I want to play Minecraft.
Oh yeah, of course.
And now it's like, oh, I want to play Just Cause, and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, oh my god, okay, cool. I'll get behind that. I'm in.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see like that is their another generation's gaming experience. They have these amazing looking photorealistic games, and we were like, yay, Tetris.
Yeah. Man,
yay,
Tetris.
Bejeweled.
That's my shit.
Bejeweled. Oh my god, I had that on my computer.
Bejeweled's a good game. It's a very good game.
And then, I mean, you start off as a kid, you have like, pajama sand and putt-putt and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then you progress. Even Minecraft is different to what it used to be.
Minecraft has actually gotten slightly harder, in my opinion. I mean, over time.
I agree. Maybe this is against our...
Well, no.
Against my argument.
Your argument, certainly, but my one was just... I think games are actually, like, their skill cap is getting progressively higher. Like, complaining that games are getting easier is stupid when the hardest they can possibly be is getting so much harder. Like, it's nuts.
And then going back down to multiplayer, going around to multiplayer again, we've got esports now. It is a career to play hard games.
You're so privileged to be a gamer now, god damn it! Just shut up and accept what you get.
There are people our age who leave school to play League of Legends for a career. And it's competitive, and it's really tough. And it is incredible, but at the same time, really scary to me.
That is.
It's baffling. I love it. I love it too much, I think. I love how games are sort of accepted now.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It's definitely, my parents are still like, why the hell are you playing this game?
Well, no. It's accepted among people under the age of 30 and possibly under the age of 40. Let's settle for a 35. But it is a much more accepted medium, and
it's brilliant.
Just back on the topic of video games getting easier, puzzle games. It's a very interesting sort of thing here. Are they getting easier? Are they getting harder? Are they not going anywhere? Is it too convoluted to talk about?
I don't know. I think it's a really big genre. Like, you've got stuff like Portal.
Yeah.
You love Portal because one, it's got a nice storyline. Like, you're like, oh, this is nice.
Also,
like,
it's Portal.
I'm doing these puzzles.
Freaking incredible.
Yeah, I'm doing these puzzles for a reason. And the first few levels you get through, and you're like, wow, this is incredible. Like, I understand portals. And I'm like, here now. Oh my god, that's amazing. And then you get up to the later level, and you're like, oh, I do not know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Portals, what? It questions you, and I like it. I think it was difficult enough.
Yeah.
I think it was just even 2 was very nice, very nice. I like
2 is my favorite.
2 is brilliant, but then I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to really compare Portal's puzzles to.
Well, lately I've been playing a game called The Witness. Now, to anyone that's played that, you might just have gone... You've just had PTSD flashbacks. Because that game... Like, I'm talking... You know how I was talking about games being accessible to people nowadays?
Yeah.
The Witness is not accessible. I mean, you can play it, but some puzzles are just sort of, they take forever for you to do, and it's so tedious, but there's no massive reward at the end. It's just sort of like, every time you complete something, you get an extra laser that goes towards this tower. Wow.
Oh.
I know I sound completely ungrateful, but like, just as an example of one of the
Look
puzzles.
at what you have, Tig.
Yeah.
Look at what you have.
Just a minute ago, I was saying that people should just accept what they get. By the way, I don't actually believe that. You should always argue, but unless you're happy.
Tie, everyone. That explains tie. Always argue.
Always argue. Play devil's advocate. Why not? But one of the puzzles was basically, you had no idea how to complete it. There's no clues, but if you stepped in the right place, the sun shined on certain puzzles in just the right way, that you could actually see what they're supposed to do. And this wasn't obvious. This was not obvious. It's like, so you know how you'd have those little chairs out in your backyard,
Yes.
you know, the ones that have the like sort of flat screen backing.
Has them.
Yeah. You know how if you sort of moved your head, they would sort of show up differently?
Yeah.
Yeah, the patterns on them? Yeah. It was sort of like that until eventually...
Oh my god. It's like Antichamber. That's another game. Antichamber.
Antichamber I've played, and it's easier. It's freaking easier than the
Really?
Witness. It's so much easier.
I think I like it because it's a little bit trippy to me. I'm like, whoa!
It's trippy,
whoa.
but you can get it. Like, you can...
Yeah, no, definitely. But I like that it gets you off guard. I like that it's like, oh yeah, just go down this tunnel. Turn around. Oh my god, it's a different place.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool sort of game. But the Witness was not.
With the different perspectives is, I haven't played it, but I was showing it to you the other day on a video, and it was Crushed.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. Like, yeah. I think puzzle games are trying to... Each puzzle game tries to be different to another puzzle game. I think that's the good thing about
unless it's a detective puzzle game, then they never try anything new.
No, or if it's like Candy Crush. Oh,
Fuck you, Candy Crush.
Seriously, what are you doing?
It's the worst. The worst of the worst.
So I don't think puzzle games are on par. I think every puzzle is different. I've never had a puzzle game that goes, what difficulty do you want?
Yeah.
I've never...
Well, what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to make different puzzles for each difficulty.
Yeah, and so I think puzzle games are unchanging. They're all unique.
Yeah.
Unless you Candy Crush.
They're beautiful sort of enigmas, every single one of them. It's amazing. I love puzzle games, but some of them, such as The Witness, I'm going to bag you as much as I possibly can, because I hate you. They mess with you. Yeah, it is a person. It's a person. It's The Witness. They are a person.
You need someone to blame.
It's The Witness, and I'm the defendant. Fuck you, Witness.
Yeah, brilliant. Next topic, I think.
Okay, yep, cool. Fake news / facts. Now, this is something that
I
maybe...
want you to go first.
Because you know why. You know why. Okay, so we all have that friend that shares fake news and facts relentlessly on our Facebook feeds.
I have one of those.
Oh yeah.
A couple of those.
Really? A couple? I only know of one.
I have a couple.
How can you contain yourself? Because I always have to go on there and have to...
I don't know.
I always have to, like, because some of them, they're just dumb. Like, I can immediately disprove them. And they're just the dumbest things ever. Like, I'll go find some now and just look at their profile, because they're sure to have shared some.
You should call them out.
No, I'm not going to call them out.
No, but, you know, just subtweeting them, basically.
Yeah.
Sub-podcasting them. I'm not naming names, but I have this friend on Facebook that shared this just an hour ago.
Like, okay, so this is the most recent one, and I actually sometimes I indulge myself and I comment why it's wrong, because I'm an asshole.
Mhm.
So it's, when you look up at the blue sky and see white dots flying around, you're actually seeing your own white blood cells. Of course, I did 10 minutes of research into it, and I said they're just tiny clumps that form in the jelly of your eyes, distorting the light that comes through them. And then, of course, asking the question of, why do you share these? And their answer was beautiful. It's, 'cause my mum hates them, lol. Like, what better answer?
That's a great. I actually, you know what? Keep that, friend. That's good.
Well, they're your friend too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know
God.
exactly who I'm talking about.
No, I agree. Oh, I love them to bits, but holy crap, please stop sharing. Please. Please. Another friend I have, this is another thing that happens on my Facebook feed quite a bit, is someone will follow a page, for example, and they know who they are if they're listening. I don't have anything against you. I have everything against this Facebook page, though. There's this Facebook page that claims that they're a poem page, like they post poems.
Oh, yeah.
And one of my friends shared it, and it was like, I hope... And it in a white image, completely white background, black text. It just said, I hope that today you're happy and you find $20. Da, 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 da. And I just went... That's nice. You realise this isn't poetry, though.
Yeah, I saw that. I was laughing to myself.
It's not Facebook. I know you don't have any control over it, but Facebook users. If you make a dedicated page to something, dedicate that page to it.
Yeah.
Trump supporters know how to do it. Come on.
Don't bring politics
Seriously.
into it. Don't bring politics into it.
Not politics. No, but you know that's my point. If you have a Facebook page, you're dedicating it to say something. Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I just went looking through another friend's profile that sometimes shares things like this. They shared 13 all at once, and within 3 minutes of them posting it, I had already started writing my reply. So I wrote a short essay on why at least 10 of them are wrong, and 2 more of them are very, very questionable. And within a day, they have taken them down.
Oh no! What have you done?
I've rid the world of that. Well, not the whole world. Just her.
Oh,
just
no.
her feed.
You have a oh boy.
It's like it's telling the harsh truth. People want sweet lies, but I'm gonna give them the harsh truth.
Fake news.
Your voice just cut off, like, for ages.
Oh, really?
Say it again.
Fake news.
Oh, that's all you said?
Yeah.
Okay, that was really weird because you said fake and then there was like this massive pause, and then you just like news, and it was really glitchy. So I knew there was like something going up. But anyways.
All I said was fake news. Anyway, my fake news that I have is a YouTube thing, actually.
Oh.
So, you know, YouTube was once this place for lonely teens
And Fred.
and crazy 20-something and Fred to post whatever they wanted.
Mm.
Whatever they could think of, their talents, their aspirations, Now, people make videos, and people take those videos and either react to them or create news. Quotation marks.
Just gonna link down in the description a song by Jack Sims. It's called Drama is More Popular Than Content. Okay, continue.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The biggest news that occurred a couple of weeks back, actually over a month ago, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie?
I don't know if you've heard of him. PewDiePie. I'm going to bring PewDiePie into this. I'm going to bring PewDiePie into this one. When PewDiePie was first a thing, I really enjoyed his videos, and now I'm just subscribed because, you know.
You're a part of the machine.
I am a part of the.
It's disgusting.
Part of the 51 million machine that he.
You're never subscribing this channel that we're currently using to PewDiePie, ever.
No, sorry, Pewds. But he went away for a bit. He went to LA to film a YouTube Red series. We'll talk about YouTube Red another. And he got so stressed out doing it and doing vlogs at the same time that he posted a video called "I Quit" (parenthesis for now), which was fine. If you watch the video, it was very understandable. He needed time to think he was doing. However, for some reason, people who quote journalists,
it's a very loose term.
don't know, are very, very good at selective hearing / reading.
Yeah.
They have a way with words, and when I say that, I mean they have a way of manipulating any word that it says. And Pewds, because he's so big on the platform that no one really understands, he gets a lot of crap from journalists. Just like, seriously, I don't think I haven't. Pewds is just inundated with constant media, but they fail to see the good things that people on YouTube do. Like, there's like Project for Awesome has just finished with the Vlogbrothers.
Oh, yeah.
No one's talking about that. No one is talking about it. They raised so much money. Yogscast Jingle Jam's going on. They've already raised $1 million.
What the hell? That's amazing.
No one's talking about it. Nobody. PewDiePie and a bunch of other YouTubers, Emma Blackery, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, they did a charity live stream and they raised over $1 million as well. No one's talking about that. Nobody. But we're hearing about all the negatives, and I think this is why 2016 has been so terrible, is because no one is talking about anything good. We're just talking about bad. And yes, there have been a lot of bad things happening this year, but we just haven't heard anything good.
Yeah.
And I think it just makes everything worse.
It's almost like it's just a big circle jerk of shitty news. Like, they're encouraging each other to do shitty news, and then so people like that, they become accustomed to like seeing everything bad in the news, but then they want that fix. They want to get mad at something.
I mean, and at the moment I'm just talking about mainstream media. Then you've got people like Keemstar.
Oh god. Goddamn anger gnome.
Yeah, but yeah, we just talk about negatives all the time. Like, it doesn't, and I think that's why, and I'm gonna relate this all back to a central point, which is this podcast. Let's waste time, but also let's waste time on the positives.
Let's waste time being happy.
Yes. If you waste time being sad, that's called depression, and I've had enough of that. So, this is somewhere positive for people to hang out.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We laugh too much, and we're obnoxious.
Yes.
But guess what? We're happy. And you can be too.
We have opinions and things to say, but we also want to have a good time. So, hopefully, you will join us. And that has been the first podcast.
Thank you all for watching. Yeah.
Thank you. Hope you've enjoyed your time wasting. Maybe you've done something the hour or something talking. Maybe. Or maybe you've sat there with some popcorn listening to two people talk about Star Wars and games. More of that.
Oh, well, they'd have also seen our little Civ 5 sort of playthrough.
Oh, how did that go? We haven't finished it.
Yeah.
Our playthrough. Also, if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm Beijing, and I have lots of population.
Yeah, she is highest pop. Her people know how to make babies.
Yep, we good at that.
And also, I don't know if this has happened yet, but I took over the Protestants with the Catholic religion.
Yes, and I took over Athens, which is Not Athens. What?
Not Athens.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah. Because they encroached on your borders, so you declared war.
They were too close. They were like 4 tiles away from Beijing, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah,
Washington?
when I sailed past, I was like, "Oh wow, that is way too close."
I had to rise up and take my shot in.
Anyways, this has been our podcast, and we really need to say goodbye now, because otherwise it's going to drone on too long, and you can be going like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?" So, bye.
Bye.